Once again, guys, this is the Investor Channel. As always, this is your host, Prince Dice, coming to you guys with another great, awesome, and amazing video. So as you guys can already see in the description box, average return versus real returns, right? So don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, comment button, share button, all the other good stuff. And let me know if I'm doing a good job. Let me know if I'm doing a bad job. If I suck and should make another YouTube video again, let me know. And if you do that, just let me know why. All right? But anyway, I don't have a lot of time. I definitely, you guys don't have a lot of time. So we're going to jump straight into it. So today, average returns versus real returns. I know you guys probably maybe have a 401k or mutual fund and stuff like that. You get that statement, maybe at the end of the quarter, at the end of the year, you're saying, man, it just seems like my account is not moving, man. You know, I'm putting money in and it's not really growing. The stock market is at an all-time high. You know, what am I really reading, right? So I'm going to tell you guys between the average return and the real return. So they may not like me when I tell you this. But here we go. We're going to take two people for example. We got person A, right? Then we're going to have person B. And we're going to act like they're investing for 3 years. So we're going to have person A, year 1, year 2, year 3. So let's say the first year, person A, he loses 50% of his investment. Sorry about my horrible handwriting. I'm really sorry about that. You know, I've been trying to work on it, but y'all say a prayer for me. But anyway, this is a 5, supposed to be. So that's 50% they lost, right? Then let's say year 2, they made 50%, right? Then let's say year 3, they made 25%, right? So when you average this out, you will say, hey, he lost 50%, he made 50%, he ended up 25%. Not bad, right? Average return, 25%. You know, not too bad. Good job. Good job, person A. Let's say person B, he walks in. The first year, he makes a big fat 0. Nothing, right? Then the second year, person B only makes a positive 10%. Not too much. Then year 3, person B makes another 10%, positive 10. So here we go. Year 1, B makes 0. Year 2, he makes 10%. Year 3, he makes 10%. What is his average return? 0, 10, 10. He walks out of here with a nice average return of 20%. Right? See that? Average return. Right? So now, what we're going to do, we're going to get into the real return. What really happened? We're going to put it in the same scenario that both of them start off with 10, not 10,000. Let's do 1,000. $1,000. Both persons started off, not person, people. Both people started out with $1,000 each. So year 1, person A, he lost 50%. 50% of $1,000, if you lost 50% of it, you got $500, right? Year 2 come around, you make 50%. You got $500. You made 50%, right? How much money do you have? $750. Whoa. How did that happen? You got 50, you got $500. 50% of 500 is 250, right? We add that 250 plus the 500 he had, he's at 750 going into year 2. Year 3, he made 25%. How much is that? $937. Whoa. How did you get $937? Because he made 25% on $750, which if my math is correct, is 187. Comment, let me know if I'm wrong. Here we go. So that's why he ended up with $937. So you're like, whoa, so how much money did he make over the course of 3 years? He started with $1,000. Now he's only ended up with $937. How did that happen? Right? So it's roughly that he probably lost a good 5% for math's sake. I didn't break out all the math on how much he particularly lost. He started with $1,000. He lost 50%. He made 50%. He made 25%. He ended up with $937. So the real return is about a -5. I think it's probably about a negative, maybe less than 10, 5 or 6, whatever. But anyway, you start with, let's say, -5 for simplicity. Let's take person B. Year one, he has $1,000. Come in, he don't make nothing. He didn't lose nothing either. So guess what he ends up with? $1,000. Year two, he makes 10%. 10% of 1,000 is $100. So he goes into year two, $1,100. Not bad, right? Year three roll around. He makes another $1,100. So he walks in with a good, make sure I got this right. He got his 10, 110, 1, 2, 1, 0. Right? So he walks in with $1,210 at the end of his 3 years. What would be his return? He started with $1,000. Now he made $210. That is a whopping 21% return. So up here, the average return was 25%. The real return was negative 5%. Down here, the average return was 20%, but the real return was 21%. So you guys can see this. Now this is a trick, not the trick, but thing that you have to accommodate as well. Every year, what happens? You guys have been following this channel for a while. You should definitely know what happens every year. Every year, guess what happens? Something called inflation. You know, probably remember back when you was in high school, you hear grandma tell those stories. Guess what, grandma? You know, I used to be able to get a soda for 5 cents, and I used to be able to get a Coke for 25 cents. Those days are gone. Now you got to spend $1 or something just to get a soda, something like that, right? It's called inflation. So if you add in inflation every year, you add in inflation, this person probably has lost another 10% because the power of the dollar drops in reverse with the cost of goods, right? So down here, let's say that person lost another 10% if you threw in inflation. Heck, they still up 11% even with inflation. So here, this person started with $1,000 and they have lost. And this is how your mutual funds and a lot of your statements, 401ks, this is how they report it to you. When you feel like, man, it's just something ain't right. I'm putting money into it. It's not really growing. I'm watching the stock market say this. These are the numbers they're telling you, but they're not telling you how much money. They're not giving you that hard math. This is the average return. Now here's your real return. As always, this is the Investor Channel. My name is Prince Dykes. Until the next video, you guys already know what to do. Peace. Be safe. I'm out.